Previously on La Vida Gypsea, we stopped in LA for a day before heading back to Mexico, where we spent a good amount of time getting her back in tip-top shape. And now we're casting off the lines and setting sail as we make our way back down south.
We're off.
Adiós. Cuídense, pórtense bien, y si no invitan. Okay, so yesterday we were supposed to leave, but it is now today.
Take two.
Take two of our journey down to Panama. When we were getting ready and doing our engine checks, which you need to do every single time, no matter how many times you go out, we saw that there was a big pile of diesel, just a big pool of diesel under our engine. So we had to call the guys who helped us service it to come and see what happened. We thought it was something leaky or a fuel filter that wasn't put on right. Turned out that they just did not clean it very well when they did all the changes, and all the oil and junk that was there when they were doing all the stuff stayed there, and we just never saw it. So we cleaned everything up, checked everything this morning. Everything is nice and dry, and now we are taking off on our first leg to go to Panama. Yeah! Goodbye, Loretto. See you never. There is always a bigger boat. The boat that you will see on the screen right now is the play boat, as in like for their toys and things. That's the play boat. Then the boat that I'm gonna show you on the screen right now is the boat. And they have been here all week, and we've seen all sorts of beautiful people, Instagram influencers and all sorts of things. It's called Viva, and it's a beautiful vessel, but damn, just when you think that your boat looks amazing, something like that pulls up next to you, and it makes you really question, did I do the right things in life to get where I am today? There's always a bigger boat.
Okay, it's time to get these sails up. We're turning into the wind. We're gonna raise the sails. It looks like we've got good wind today. Maybe a little too much wind. No, it'll be fine. We may put a reef in. I think I'll put a reef in just to be safe. But the winds are actually blowing in the right direction as well. So that means we will be at our destination in no time, and we're gonna have a little fun today.
Rick, you ready? Smile, smile, good girl.
We're coming through the wind shadow of Isla Danzante and Isla Carmen, and so I'm getting kind of some swirly winds, and it's trying to wrap my spinnaker up. So I may have to, there it goes, it fills itself out. So I may have to drop this spinnaker for a little while until I get around these islands. We'll see if I can get this thing to start behaving, but I don't want to get into a position where I've got the spinnaker all wrapped up, so I'd rather bring it down, get around these islands with the head sail, and then pull the spinnaker back up after we get around it and we get a little bit more consistent winds. Well, today's trip was a bust. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we forgot to put the memo out that we were going to be sailing today, but we did not see any dolphins. We did not see a whale. We did not catch a fish. And most importantly, we did not have wind. I don't know how we've been having these howling north winds all week. We get out here, the winds died. We had 2-mile-an-hour winds that were going in all different directions, so I had to lower the sails, turn on the engine, and we've got a couple boats behind us that are doing the same thing, motoring in here to Agua Verde for the night. And then tomorrow we'll try it again. We'll try to get us a decent sail tomorrow. Tomorrow the winds are actually supposed to be pretty brisk, so I'm hoping we get a little change of fortune and we get to do some sailing tomorrow.
Made it to the beautiful anchorage of Agua Verde. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 boats around us. We were able to squeeze in. There's a boat coming in just now right behind me. I think he'll be able to find a little spot next to us, but yeah, that was easy peasy. Haven't launched our touch just yet. I say that, and then tonight we're gonna drive because I'm getting cocky, but whatever. But as we were dropping the anchor, I noticed that Kurt did not waste any time pulling out our bean bags for our anchored sundowner. It will be our first anchored sundowner that we've had in a very long time.
Because of Rigby, we missed our sundowner. The sun is already down, but we had to get her to the beach and let her take care of her business. This is the first beach that she's been to in over a month. So she almost forgot what the beaches were all about, but she is really happy that she got to get back on the sand.
Well, even though the sun is down and we have to literally turn lights on out here in our cockpit, I'm still having my night downer. Doesn't count as a sundowner, but hard day working, hard day moving, calls for a nice chamoy chili powder Mexicano beer for me. Good night, everybody. Good morning. You keeping that bed warm? Good morning. Another beautiful morning today. We have a lot to get done today. We have, oh, I still have sleep in my eye. Hope you guys don't see it. We have to go sail, hopefully, pretty much all day. I think we're making a long leg. I don't know where. I asked Kurt last night over dinner how far was the next place we were going. He said far, but I don't even know where we're going. So, and I have classes all day today. Hopefully, if nobody cancels, it should be a good day too for me. So first things first is some breakfast and some coffee so that we both have the energy to be productive and get through today.
Rigby is still on a diet. She got a little fat at the bits while we were away, and we're trying to get her svelte figure back. So I only give her a limited amount of food. She hasn't been getting her treats, and we've been trying to get her a little extra beach time every day or walking time, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be helping. She just likes being a big mama.
This is my favorite part of being out on anchorage, is being able to look around and have a 360 view of amazing scenery. And I was saying earlier that I have no idea where we're going. I just know that it's far. What are we doing today? Where are we going?
We're trying to go to Isla San Francisco. It's supposed to be a beautiful little island, and it's a place that we've never been to. So we get to experience a new place with you guys.
And you said it's how far?
Today's sail should be about 55 miles or so, depending on how direct we go. But you know, that's going to take all day. If we average 5 knots, yesterday we weren't going very fast, so you have to assume we're going to average 4 or 5 knots. That's going to take us over 10 hours. So we got to get going quickly this morning. But it's very possible that we'll get some wind and we'll be able to sail much faster, which is great. We'll just get there earlier, but it's going to take all day, most likely.
All right, guys, engines are on. Rigby's been pottied. We are ready to go. Unzip the sail bag, so it is time to lift the anchor. It's nice and bright and early this morning. We're gonna be the first ones out. We were just about the last ones in last night. We're gonna be the first ones out. We are on a mission. But like we said, we got a long way to go today, and if the winds are good, we should be getting there right at sunset. So don't want to mess around. Got to get this done. So I'm going to turn the camera off and get this anchor up.
Well, I just want to get it on camera in case anything changes, but it is 9 o'clock in the morning and we are sailing. We've got a broad reach right now. We got both the head and the mainsail out, and we're just getting past this mountain and some rocks that I see here on the chart. And then after that, hopefully when we turn this way, the winds will be coming straight from behind us and we'll just shoo right down to our destination. Prepare to jibe!
And there it goes. No problem.
Jibe ho.
Jibe ho. And now we will let this main sheet out.
And I see you have your life jacket on. So.
I have a life jacket on because the swell is actually pretty large today. The winds are decent. They're good, but I don't know. They're not so strong that we should have this much swell. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's a little bumpy today. So we're being safe.
So now that we are going in the right course, we are done for now messing around with the sails, and I have a break in between classes. We're gonna throw these lines out and see if we can catch a fish. It's just a little overwhelming getting started, but let's see if the calmness that we feel now will attract good vibes so that I can have some fish in my freezer, because we have no protein in our freezer right now. Fish on! Fish on!
It's jumping, so I'm assuming it's a mahi.
Ooh, I hope it's a mahi.
But he's way out there.
I'm just making fun faces because I'm real excited.
We really don't have a way to slow this boat down because we're sailing and we're sailing straight downwind, so...
I can put in... Oh, no, yeah, because we'd have to go completely 360, huh?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to...
You're going to have to use your strength. I'm just worried that he's gonna pop off because of the waves. I think it's a mahi. I think I see green, but he's dancing.
He's way out there.
He's jumping and he's way, way out there. So from there to here, anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen.
So now I got him surfing on the top.
He's surfing. He's gonna get him in. He's surfing.
I can't let him go back under.
Don't let him go back under.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty good sized mahi. This is encouraging because we've been talking to the fishermen right before we left the marina and no one was catching anything. They were catching a little mahi and mostly the skipjacks, the bonitos. But this is a good sized mahi. So
okay.
I am excited.
A lot of things need to happen. Let me get the cooler ready. Hold on.
Got him?
Got him. Fall in.
Go through it.
You got him! Yeah! Put it up close, put it up close. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
While we were sailing there, I just pulled in my second mahi. I don't think we got it on the film at all because Linda was teaching a class, so I had to do that one all on my own, which was rough because we're traveling at about 8 knots and that mahi hit hard. And my God, I have never fought so hard. I was pulling as hard as I possibly could and the line was still going out. And yet it's only about a 15-pound mahi. It's still a good fish, but that's our second one today. So I'm gonna pull the poles in, wrap it up, and now we've got plenty of fish for us for the next couple of weeks. When you've got the wind at your back and you're trying to shoot down a narrow channel between an island and the mainland, then it ends up requiring a lot of sail trimming and a lot of sail tending, because this wind keeps shifting just a little bit this way and that way, and so my sails keep flopping from one side to the other. But we're doing well. We're running 7 to 8 knots, which means we're going to get to our destination ahead of schedule today, which is great. The wind has been very nice to us, and we're running downwind, so it's a comfortable ride, even though the sea state's a little rough. We've just been surfing down the waves, and it's been really nice. And I've got an extra bonus that's been keeping me on my toes today. I've got a sailboat about 3 miles ahead of me, and so I've got a goal to reach. I've got to catch this guy. I'm hoping to catch him within the next hour and a half or so.
It is lunchtime aboard La Vida Gypsea right now, and it is really, really rolly, and I don't like to be in the galley when we're underway, so we make pretty fast lunches. So it's just 2 turkey sandwiches for Kurt, and then I just grabbed some chicken in a can and dumped it in here with some peas and some carrots, and I'm putting some hot sauce in it to make it edible for me. But unfortunately, I've had to be in here all day teaching classes because it is so windy, which is a great thing for us, but it's too loud out there, and it's freezing cold. My little hands and feet can't take it out there, so I've been sitting here, and I've got 20 minutes before my next class. So here is your lunch, just a couple turkey sandwiches, and here's my lunch. We're gonna inhale it and keep going. We've got just a couple more miles away before getting to our destination, and hopefully dinner will be a little bit nicer that you've caught this fresh fish that I'm gonna cook tonight.
Well, today has really lifted my spirits. Yesterday I was kind of down in the dumps. We didn't have any wind. It was just one of those motoring days. We didn't catch a fish. It was, you know, it just wasn't any fun. And today has been great. The wind has been blowing. We're full of fish. I'm about to catch this boat that I've been chasing, and we're heading to a new anchorage that we've never seen before. It's supposed to be a really nice anchorage. Well, we did it. We caught these guys. I think you can see them right behind me. We are passing them up now, and it only took us about an hour or so to make up the 3 nautical mile lead that they had on us. But I really can't toot my horn too much or toot our horn too much, because they're just a little tiny monohull, and from the looks of it, it looks like they've got a dinghy almost the size of their boat hanging off the stern of that monohull. So it was no great feat that we beat them, but hey, it was something to do today to pass the time. Now I gotta look for the next victim in front of me, see if I can find somebody else heading to Isla San Francisco today. While Linda is in there doing a class, we are actually out here hitting 12 knots. We are running 10 to 12 knots now. The wind has picked up a little bit more. The waves are still pushing us. It's still super comfortable. No one's getting sick. Rigby's even sleeping. All right, we are approaching our anchorage at full speed, so I've got a few things that I've got to do here to get prepped for the anchor, to get this boat slowed down. I'm going to pull in the head sail first off, roll that up, and then I've got to get the engines on, and then we're going to turn into the wind and drop the main sail. First things first, let's get this head sail in. I didn't get any of that excitement. I'm sorry, guys. I've been trying to work this camera myself today while Linda was working. This has been a work day. This has been a day in the life work day version. So I was sailing myself, but I had another boat coming in at the same time as I was. The winds were high, so I was trying to get out of his way. I was trying to get in here first so I could secure my spot. So I got the head sail in. I turned around at the last minute, got that main sail dropped, and then found my spot right up against the beach and dropped the anchor.
I am done for today. This was a very weird sailing day because most of the time I'm out there helping Kurt out, even if it's just
filming, so I know he solo sailed this boat pretty much the entire way here, so I don't know if he got any good footage, so I apologize in advance if anything is weird on your side, but I'm pretty grateful that he got us here in one piece, and that's really what counts. Try to sound more excited verbally than how we actually look physically.
Yeah, we are tired. It was a rough day. Lots of sailing, lots of miles under our belt today, but
work.
It was fun. It was good, and now we're going to relax to a nice dinner and hit the hay. So
thank you guys so much for joining us for this day in the life that we did. It was, I think, pretty accurate. You worked, I worked, we ate, we had a good time, caught some fish.
We tried to work and sail. It's a challenging thing to do, but we have to do that quite often.
Yeah. Work hard, play hard. So this anchorage, again, promises fantastic, beautiful things, and we're gonna try our best to go and explore those things before we move on out of here. So be sure that you guys catch us next week. And if you liked this episode this week, smash that like button. And if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.